Tuesday, dreamers, rise and shine. This rest of the month is filled with more abundance, more blessings, and more breakthroughs. So excited to be on the run with you all. Today's topic, as you can see, we're getting into fueling the fire, and this is coming straight from the GOAT, Mr. Brian Carruthers. As always, Tuesdays, I'm going to give you the nuggets, the 6, the 7, the 8-figure gems that we're getting from the ED call so I can go ahead and pour back into the fam. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get this chat filled up with some great energy, some frequency. What is your word of the day? Did you already get your blessings down? Let's go ahead and fill it up. Grateful to be alive. Grateful for each of you. Grateful for God for another day to grow, for the dream team, for the access that we have. If you actually go into Telegram, you'll see that JoJo, talking about the access, she just had an exclusive training from corporate going over some of the little details that most people don't know how to actually even use ID Shield. So if you guys have any questions about ID Shield, how to go ahead and stop your scam calls, shoot a message in the chat and you're gonna really see again how powerful ID Shield really is. I think it's a really slept on product, one of my favorites. So let's get into it for today, fam. This is one of the pieces that I've really noticed when we're studying some of the greats, some of the ones that are really moving with a ton of momentum. Guys like Marty Nguyen, in the past 10, 11 months, the man cleared 600,000. Or how about Troy Hopkins, from sleeping on his couch, had to literally borrow money from his son that works at Chipotle to be able to even get started. And from sleeping on a couch in February, fast forward 6 months, he's cleared another 250,000. So this was something that Brian was talking about is, internally, I believe it's important to talk about the money, because here's what ends up happening inside of the industry, okay? If you don't really believe, if you don't really feel like the money, like the impact can be made, it's easy to get what they call shiny ball syndrome, where we start looking at things online, other people winning, and it's easy to say, well, if they're making a ton of money, why don't I try that? But in reality, there's an acronym that I learned years ago. And the acronym is this: focus. Follow one course until successful. So this is going to be key in this next 90 days, really getting locked in and taking out the distractions, because here's the analogy that Mr. Carruthers gave, okay? Fueling the fire. I want you guys to imagine a fire, and I have a question for you. When you think about a fire, which part of the fire do you think is the hottest? Do you think it's the middle of the fire, or do you think it's the outer edge? Pay attention, because I've never heard this before, but this gave me a huge aha moment. He said, if you're wondering how some are really moving so fast, building their business, how are they clearing 6? Here's another one, Daryl Drake. Okay, if you don't know who that is, go on Facebook, go look him up on Instagram. He's all over Darnell Self's page. The man just cleared 100,000 in 30 days. 6 figures in 30 days. Everyone's like, wait, how is he doing it? What's the secret? I'm going to give it to you right now, okay? When you actually look at a fire, believe it or not, the hottest part of the fire is not the middle. The middle of the fire is actually where the ash is. It's where everything's already burnt. It's already cooked. But as it spreads, you see the outer edge is the hottest part. So how does that relate to our business, okay? That means the outer edge, the new people, the MPOMs, the newest possibility of momentum is where the hottest parts of the business lies. Being able to taproot, getting into their network, seeing who it is that they know, asking the question, who can you put me in front of right here, right now, today? And that's how they're really going through so fast. They're launching. Marty Nguyen, he says he's launching 3 new people every single day throughout his organization. It's a manager factory. People sharing the vision immediately, not waiting 72 hours, not waiting a week, but taking massive action quickly, okay? Here's another nugget I want everybody to be aware of when it comes to even, let's say, getting your 50K ring. How many of you guys would like to go ahead and knock out your 50K ring? Would that be nice? An extra $50,000 part-time on top of what you're doing. I'm gonna give you the sauce. I'm gonna give you some keys how to make it happen. There's multiple different ways, but here's some pieces you might not have known. You can literally hit a $50,000 ring. You can hit a $60,000 ring and above strictly on bonuses. I'm gonna give you guys a couple, okay? Check this out. For you to just be able to create, okay, 3 managers a month, Just going out and creating, helping the newest individual come in and launch the 5-24-20 play, helping them get their first 5 in 24 hours to 20 days. Believe it or not, that is a 6-figure income strictly on bonuses. Just on the bonuses that you make by helping create other success stories. Okay, I'll give you guys another one. You can actually hit 6 figures just with the Performance Club bonus. Here's how that works. So not only do we get $200 every single month for being consistent, but there's also a $200 matching bonus. And every single year that you're actually part of the company, you go from $200 the first year to $300 to $400 to a $500 matching bonus for staying consistent. Now think about also being able to get a $200 matching bonus from those inside your organization. You can see how fast this starts to add up. Even just your first year, helping 10 individuals go out and PC qualify each month, that's an extra $24,000 a year just by helping others hit their goals. So something to think about. Again, you help 25 others really run, you're making above a 6-figure income just by helping them Performance Club qualify. So a couple things I want to talk about. This is something that Brian was really just putting to the forefront of our minds is, internally, we need to talk about the money a little bit more. People need to know the success that's happening, the momentum, okay? This is crazy. Last month, we had more momentum than the company has ever seen in company history. And think about this, in 53 years. Last month. So talk about right place, right time, right people. Never been a better time than where we're at. So this is the fuel to the fire. If you guys were looking to go ahead and really multiply and add some duplication to your business, it starts with us leading the way and leading by example for others to follow. So let's go ahead and make these dreams into reality. If you guys need anything, don't feel afraid to reach out. Blow up my phone, and we are actually heading over to Guatemala here in a couple of days. So we've got some great 3-ways coming. They're going to be able to see the impact that is going to be happening over there in a whole different third world country. So let's do it. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold it in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Always a dream to be able to go out and help the little ones. I believe that is one of the values of life. To be able to go ahead and learn a service to spend the second half giving it back. So it's game time, fam. Anything you need, let's go out and turn these dreams to reality. Let's go.